All right, so I'm at 50-50 grind this rail right here, right now. Just watch that.
Wait, Matt! We gotta go sound check.
Okay, when I get back, we're doing this. My earliest memory of skateboarding was, well, I grew up in Vermont, and it was a small town. I went to public high school, graduated with 17 people in my grade, and
I'm surprised skateboards even made it to you.
well, that was the thing. I didn't know anything about skateboarding. I remember it was like an off season from snowboarding, and my brother is like, I'm gonna, he was gonna learn how to skateboard, but for us, there was no one else who skateboarded. So it was like reinventing the wheel. He's like, I know there's a way to make this thing come off the ground. But like none of us knew anyone who could show us or teach us how to do it. I remember we built skate ramps in a friend's barn. We pushed all the hay bales out of the way and we built like, ramps. I remember, well again, we didn't know much about it, so we built a 4-foot quarter pipe that went vert. It was like a vert in 4 feet. I remember trying to drop into that thing and just destroying myself time and time again.
For me, it hit 2 waves. Because I don't know if you remember when the plastic skateboards started hitting like the department stores and were really popular. So I had this blue plastic skateboard that was pretty sweet. Nice. And then many years later, I don't even know how I was given my first skateboard, but it was a green skateboard and I just started skating around Providence with it. What I liked about skateboarding was it was the different groups started hanging out together. And so I was a raver, but I was a straight edge raver.
Really like the music, I guess.
Yes, and all the straight edge ravers also hung out with the straight edge hardcore kids. And then they'd always go to this space in Providence called the Garage and skate. And so that's when I started.
So the Garage wasn't like a clever name for a skate park. It was actually
the Garage.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a manual contest. I'm terrible at manualing. Let's see. But I do think Kim's worse. Right hand. I got into playing music because of being into punk rock. But I initially got into punk rock because of all the pop punk bands. And I found out about the pop punk bands because of skateboard magazines. I remember getting skateboard magazines with like, NoFX and Pennywise ads and stuff like that. And it was interesting because it was, pre-internet. Maybe not for everyone, but for Vermont it was.
But wait, was it skateboard magazines or skateboard videos?
No, it was the magazines.
Really? You would just see the ad and be
like... We would see the ad and then like go to the music store that was 45 minutes away and be like, we should check this out. It's such an interesting, different time that, to look at the magazines and see read interviews with people you like and read about what song they had in their section. Again, we were in the middle of nowhere. The internet wasn't really around, so we didn't really have weren't doing mail order. We didn't have a lot of money or anything, but we could get a skateboard magazine from the pharmacy. And then we did end up getting one 411 video that we watched constantly. Every day we'd go skateboarding in the summer, and every day we'd watch that video over and over 1,000,000 times. It was a VHS tape that was just worn thin, and I know all those songs, every word to them, it was my favorite album.
I would always get a girl video or 411. It was kind of like what you would do. You'd watch it over and over again all afternoon, and then you'd skate all night.
Oh gosh. So, where's the stage?
This way.
Okay, over here.
People approach us and say, we want to use your song in the skate video. We're like, hell yeah, because it's kind of this moment of, just remembering back from when you were younger listening to a band. I mean, of course, back then, if anyone was like, one day, Kim, you're going to be in a band and your song's going to be in a video, I wouldn't have believed them. Music
and skateboard videos has brought me to bands, to find bands, to go out and then see them and love them and whatnot. I think for our band, when that, people have told me, oh, I heard your band for the first time in this video or something like that, and then became a fan. You're put in this best possible scenario where you're just put right there, hand in hand with it. It's you are now connected with this thing they love. You're stamped with approval of oh, I should check this these
Yeah.
guys out more. Then you hear about these other bands that put up a big stink about how you didn't pay this licensing fee to have this in there, and it's, you know, I don't think skate videos are walking away. People who make those like lined in cash and just, you know, making it rain and bottles of champagne and all that. They just, I mean, people do because they love it and they want to further the sport.
Well, the board did make it out on this tour. We like to call it the tour ender because one bad fall could probably ruin the whole tour.
And as of course everyone who skateboards knows, when you put a good group together, even if you're like, everything reasonably is telling you, I'm just warming up, you can't help but push it.